Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Ching, ching, bling, bling, patent pockets. You take the dollar, dollar, can a damn soul stop it? Here comes the new kid on the block. Hold on your bets, here's where the buck stops. See, first of all, I'm stepping out on my own.
Alright, this is the Smark Show, episode number 8. Heavy on the Shane O'Mac by Mike Capuano's Demands.
Yeah, there was nothing positive about this Raw to use the music for, so we're going back to the good old days.
So, anyway, to get back to introductions, or to get to introductions for the first time, I'm Nick Tricombe, that's Mike Cap.
What's up?
And that's Steve Herman.
Yo, what's up, wrestling fans?
Alright, so, yeah, you guys didn't think too highly of Raw. Honestly, I am very, very sad because I thought by this point we would be well into the U.S. title reign of Heath Slater.
Yeah.
Would have been a couple days in.
I only have that in my wildest dreams.
I'm very bummed that there's no Slater.
I'd like to see him get a match, though. That would be kind of cool.
But speaking of bummed, I'm just going to disclaimer this now. If you do not like negative ramblings, then don't suggest this one because this Raw was horrible, and I've got a lot of bad things to say about it.
There was a pretty cool NXT panel afterwards from SummerSlam that
that
they
was
aired
really cool
on the network. That was cool.
That was better than Raw, honestly.
I do want to talk about that at the end for
definitely.
a few minutes because that was cool.
That was interesting.
And at this point, we're recording on the Thursday night, so I mean, we want to go into NXT a little bit.
Sure.
Because that was a pretty solid episode, too.
Yeah, it was a very good episode. Very good episode.
But first and foremost, I got some headlines to throw at you guys.
Headlines!
Alright, so this one's a real devastator. Hornswoggle got suspended.
Ooh.
I honestly didn't even...
You know what Hornswoggle's name used to be before that? It was Little Bastard. That's what it was called. I'm serious.
Pretty insensitive, but anyway.
I'm not even trying to joke or anything like that.
No, I know you're not, but I mean...
But he hasn't been on the TV in a year and a half or something?
He had back surgery, so he's been out ever since, and even
But what were they going to do with him, you know?
Even before then, he wasn't even being used frequently on TV, but he violated the WWE's talent wellness program for... That's the first violation of that policy in 2 years.
Yeah, that's been a while. Probably some drugs or something.
Smoke weed every day.
You would think,
probably some like medications or something.
I read from the Wrestling Observer that he just failed to submit a urine test in time, a surprise test, so that's why he got suspended.
Kind of odd.
We probably won't know for sure, and it's probably not big enough news.
Yeah, it'll probably be released by the end of the year. So.
Oh, the man.
No offense to him. Just, I mean, he hasn't been on TV, so.
Yeah. I mean, from the human aspect, hope you get back in there. But from the fan, I do not hope you get back in there. I do not want to see
maybe it might just put it the perfect
El Torito
way. The We'll See
dumb
match
shit all the time. Get off of wrestling. We don't need you guys.
Yeah, go to midget wrestling. So.
Next headline.
Yeah, next headline.
Oh, man, that one made me bumped. I feel bad about that one. Anyway, Nikki Bella, in an interview with Channel Guide magazine, opened up about the negative heat that she's been getting from the fans. She refuted that John Cena had anything to do with her title reign.
That's a load of crap.
And said, but she said if that was the case, she would have gotten the title right when she came back about 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was like around WrestleMania 29 season.
I mean, obviously she's not going to... If it was true, I'm not saying it is or not. I don't know anything about it. From a standpoint of, an intelligent human being, when you're dating the top guy in the company, I'm sure he has some say as to what happens to you. But, even let's just say Cena didn't have anything to do with it. It still had something to do with CM Punk and AJ Lee. And that's what people are pissed about more than Cena tampering with things.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, to go off of that, she also pinned some of the heat that she got on AJ and Total Divas getting started up. Vince was afraid to have a belt on anyone from Total Divas at the time, which, I mean, was understandable from his perspective.
Should still be understandable at this point.
Yeah,
but so that meanwhile, AJ had free reign to say whatever she really wanted, and Nikki herself didn't have a chance to say anything back. I mean, that was probably just...
Well, AJ's probably the most over diva in like the last 5 years, honestly.
Basically...
Yeah, she's, I would say...
For the main roster, I'm saying.
I would say of the modern era, she's in the top 3 with Lita and Trish Stratus. I think that's
I don't know if I got her
3.
that far, but she's top 5 for sure. I would agree with that.
Basically, it's a situation where she's given her side of the story, and that's fair for her to do that. It's just there's so many things to take into account for it that
There's so much involved in that thing.
basically how much you want to believe of it is up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one's gonna know for sure except for the people booking
Vince,
and
Triple H, all
yeah,
them
the
guys.
people behind it. They're gonna know. Fans are never gonna really truthfully know unless WWE implodes and we get some documentary down the line.
Or
But
some shoot interview or something. you know.
either way, she deserves every bit of heat that she's getting because
Absolutely.
her taking AJ's rightful spot as top diva is just
It's embarrassing.
It's an atrocity.
Yeah, that is very embarrassing. So
Well, these next few ones are pretty cool. So Diamond Dallas Page, appearing on the After Chat, said he would seriously consider a comeback if he was given an angle with Randy Orton. He said that the Diamond Cutter versus the RKO is a no-brainer idea, and at the Rumble, he thought that Randy would be the one to RKO him after he gave all those Diamond Cutters, if you remember that.
yeah, well, I was there, so I mean, that was pretty cool. And he worked pretty well in that match. I mean, I don't know if he can work like a long match anymore. He's almost 60, so
I would agree that it's a no-brainer if you have no brain to book that, because I think that's a terrible idea. Randy Orton versus Diamond Dallas Page in a feud. Like, I get, okay, like a little one-off thing maybe if it, turns Randy Orton back into the legend killer and he starts taking out old guys. But I, for one, and I was a huge DDP fan when I was a kid, I really don't care to see Randy Orton and DDP feud for probably months, because that's what most feuds are.
I think it would be cool if they did like a one-off
Well,
match,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
not in a big
That's what I said.
pay-per-view.
A one-off, yeah, sure. If it's,
I don't want that at Mania
if
though.
it leads Randy Orton to like a little dark turn and he starts, punt kicking or RKOing out of nowhere or something, sure. But I do not need to see DDP on my TV every week when I have Kevin Owens and Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler and Rusev and all these guys
Yep.
who are, prime
Kicking
for right
ass,
now.
But you're looking at this as if it was something that would happen right now. In that interview, he also said if this was 5 to 10 years ago, he definitely would have loved to do it. But now, especially after he saw what happened to Sting recently with his injury, in his
Right.
match against Seth Rollins, he said, yeah, I would probably go against it in the
And
end.
DDP's a lot older. He's 60 and Sting's 56, close, but
He's actually in a.
he's in fantastic shape.
I'll give him credit for that. I watched this video a while ago. Some dude, I don't remember the specifics of it. Some guy essentially is like paralyzed.
Yeah.
And he starts doing DDP's like yoga routine that he put together, and he starts walking again. He actually runs in the end of the video.
Really?
DDP's done a lot of great things for wrestling.
Absolutely.
He has the rehab house essentially where he takes essentially old and broken wrestlers and puts them back together.
Yeah,
Gets their
Scott
life back
Hall,
on
Jake the
track.
Snake Roberts.
So, from an outsider wrestling standpoint, I think DDP is one of the best people they've ever had in the company.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see him
Nah,
in a feud. What he did in the Rumble, that was awesome.
yeah, that's cool.
He comes out on Raw, does a little shock appearance, and Randy Orton RKO's him. Awesome.
That's
But
something I would more expect. Honestly.
after that, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, nah.
I think they need to really learn their lesson of bringing back these old guys for top stories. It doesn't work very often. Brock Lesnar is, a shining example of one that works. But after that, how many have really worked that
like,
well?
at the
Yeah.
same time,
Rock
you know,
works pretty well.
you're
yeah.
saying this. It's not something they're actually considering. He's
No,
just
yeah,
saying
no,
in
I
an interview
gotcha.
where he's saying like, I
I'm
would
just
love to
saying-
do this.
I'm saying if it were a
It
possibility.
would have been cool like 10
yeah.
years ago, like when he
Well,
had a few, when he had a,
he even said that.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
DDP he got into the business really late. He was like 35 when he was in WCW. So I mean, kudos to him. But like he stays in great shape for that yoga stuff he has.
I believe we talked about DDP last episode too, which is really weird that DDP was talked about twice in a row on a wrestling podcast in 2015.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, I mean, that's how
DDP's a
bad
cool
this
guy.
Raw was.
Yeah.
You know.
Next headline.
Yeah. Next headline. What is the next headline, Nick?
Bailey wants to be on the card for WrestleMania 32.
I already know how you book it, so
I would love it, but I don't want Bailey to leave NXT.
I don't want
because
any of them to leave.
We have seen what has happened to these NXT girls.
So, in an interview with Title Match Wrestling, she said she doesn't care who she faces. She just wants to represent NXT on WrestleMania.
Maybe
at
Cena can
WrestleMania.
bury her. Upstart talent. Sounds right up Cena's league.
Cena's time is now.
She comes out, gives some little girl a hug.
I know
pops
how-
off a mask. It's actually Cena. AA's her.
I know how I would book if Bailey came up. I would do a rematch from NXT. just do Bailey versus all the 4 horsewomen for the Divas title.
Yep.
So
That's a good, perfect way to book it, but they're not going to do that.
That's too intelligent.
That is way too intelligent
You gotta
for Vince McMahon.
You gotta add like 3 midgets and the Big Show, and you got a story.
Yeah.
Well, her saying that she wants to be on the WrestleMania card comes about a week after Finn Balor told that same outlet that there's a lot of guys that don't necessarily want to go up to the main roster because
How
they
bad
have
creative is.
well, not that, but
Oh.
just what they have going for themselves on NXT.
True, very true.
And we'll get into that later if we get a chance to talk about the NXT panel from back at SummerSlam
Yeah.
that just aired.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, especially for some of like the dudes who are actually there developing. Like obviously everyone who's down there is developing some part of their craft.
Yeah,
but,
even Finn Balor was.
Finn Balor's not going to be developing as much as like Enzo and Big Cass.
Yeah.
So I could see.
But Finn
that.
was still developing
Yeah,
though,
I could
some
see,
aspects of it, wrestling.
I could definitely see some of these younger guys wanting to stick around. It's become its own brand, but it still is first and foremost development.
But he said, along with that, you have the NXT show the night before the pay-per-view, and he said, NXT would have no problem selling out that arena. It would be just as easy as, the pay-per-view itself.
What
no
arena?
Problem.
The Dallas arena, you're saying?
And any arena WWE goes to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
NXT will
Especially-
be able to sell
I'm
it out just
expecting-
fine.
I'm-
Especially for a big pay-per-view, because for the bigger pay-per-views, you're
At
going to
least
get
that's how I have the notes written down.
Right.
you're going to get a lot of the
Pretty sure I didn't misquote
the
anything.
more
Pretty
hardcore
sure.
fans coming out for the big wrestling shows. So, I mean, NXT, I feel like would have a better chance of selling
I'm-
out than
I'm
Raw in
def-
a lot of arenas.
I'm definitely expecting NXT to have a takeover special before WrestleMania, like the thing they had at SummerSlam this year.
Well, they did at San Jose, but I don't think it ever.
It wasn't on TV.
yeah.
But they did for SummerSlam. They had the takeover event, and I really think that could happen.
Yeah, as I just said, it's really its own brand now. So I feel like they can't not do it.
Yeah.
There's too much money on the table for
And
you
who
to
knows?
just
They
be like,
might
"Eh,
sign
let's
somebody else
not."
then too, something like AJ Styles or something.
Yeah,
But
Shayna Mac might come back.
That's
to get
true.
back to the point, just keep it in the back of your mind. Just keep it in the back of your mind and get back to the point. Bailey's shooting for WrestleMania.
Yeah, good for her.
Also in that interview, she said that she can pull off turning heel. That she's been in the business long enough to the point where she's comfortable to the point where she can pull it off. That she can probably do it pretty well. That was kind of a redundant sentence, but
I wouldn't like that though.
No, Bailey is just Bailey to me is Rey Mysterio, where like, that's a face.
Yeah.
That's someone you just want to cheer for. I'm sure. I'm not doubting her talent as a wrestler. Obviously,
Yeah.
she told one of the best stories I think wrestling has had
In quite a long time.
yeah, really long time with Sasha Banks. So she has the talent to do whatever. I'm sure she could
Yeah.
piss off fans by going out there and not giving a little girl a wristband or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Or
But-
doing whatever.
But that theme song just makes you happy.
yeah,
you know.
And
I,
she-
I can't
she-
be mad at a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube. Man.
Exactly.
and she
Couldn't put it
admitted
better than that.
herself that it's natural for her to be a face, especially with the connection that she's built up with the fans. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone loves her.
Yeah, she can definitely do it, but just don't. I wouldn't cheer for you, Bailey. Don't
she
do
doesn't
it.
expect
Bailey,
to do
don't
it
turn
anytime
heel.
soon. So. All right, next up, New Day socks are a thing, and I want them.
They Big E posted them on Twitter. They looked pretty sick. So yeah, there's
Yeah,
that.
I'm pretty much team anything New Day does.
Yeah, New Day's just money. So
Might pick up how to play the trombone pretty soon.
yeah.
Get a custom
Hey, you
one.
got a trombone right this time.
Yeah.
A trumpet. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
I was 50-50 when I said it. I was rolling the
Yeah,
dice.
roll the dice there. You know, I'm like, oh, I don't know, maybe.
SummerSlam is staying in Brooklyn for the next 2 years.
Plus NXT takeovers there too,
I usually
And
get
Raw.
and Raw.
I usually get salty when that happens when it's not Philly because I get mad that another town got it multiple times
Yeah,
and we
of
didn't get a
course.
chance. But Brooklyn deserves it, dude.
Oh yeah, especially
God,
after
yeah,
that weekend.
They killed it.
Yeah, their fans are great.
They sold out the Barclays Center 3 straight nights, and yeah, WWE confirmed NXT, the pay-per-view itself, and Raw will be back for 2016 and 17.
You would
Yeah,
think though.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah.
I take that back. If it wants to come to Philadelphia,
Yeah, please
I'll
come
have
to
it that
Philadelphia.
way. But outside of that, Brooklyn did awesome.
You would think though, like since it was like 4 hours this year, they would probably want to make it more WrestleMania feel and do it at the big stadiums.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Make it more of a big atmosphere. I mean, it's still always a big atmosphere. When
Yeah,
it's one of those
especially
big
for
pay-per-views.
SummerSlam
Yeah.
actually being, like summer. It's
It's the
outdoors.
biggest
you
party of
know?
the summer. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense.
I
you
miss
know?
that so much from old wrestling when they used to I remember Bash at the Beach and all that stuff when they'd have
yeah.
like just crazy elaborate sets instead of just saying
Yeah,
you
they
know,
all used to have that,
SummerSlam.
and then they just got lazy with it and make WrestleMania pretty awesome, though.
I don't think it's lazy. I just think it's more economically efficient to do.
But it's the memories, though. I think it's pretty cool, like how they came up with all the theme ideas for all of them, like
Especially-
No Mercy and
Yeah.
Armageddon.
The old video games, I remember, just any regular match, I'd always go and put it on some crazy arena.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, especially with the LED screens too. Like you could just put, all the graphics and stuff up there.
yeah,
Technology, man.
it'd be nice if they got to change it once in a while.
But
I just want to see some sand for SummerSlam.
Yes.
I want to see some
Yeah,
sand,
sand and-
hurled in opponents' eyes.
beach balls too.
Yeah.
that's a fair request.
Yeah,
But I just wanted to also note that it's interesting that it's SummerSlam's really settling on the East Coast now because that's historically kind of been a West Coast thing.
yeah. I mean,
Cali.
the last 6 years it was at Los Angeles,
Yep.
and that originally there was rumors that it was going back there this upcoming year.
Wrestling starting up the East Coast versus West Coast feud again.
Yes, it
It's
is.
Tupac and Biggie all over. Brooklyn versus LA.
Woo! Woo woo woo. What's that
You
next?
know that Raw ratings went down again. That was corny. I'm sorry.
Yes, yes, yes,
That was an awful joke.
yes,
So,
yes.
so bad it was awesome.
Yeah, so bad it was actually pretty.
So yeah, Raw ratings went for this past week went down.
good. Again,
uh,
it's at a 3.2 now, ain't it?
And
Yeah.
here ends the laughter, guys, because
No more laughter. At
this
It's-
is awful.
It's the lowest the ratings have been since 1997, according to the Wrestling Observer.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's garbage. I thought it was like I thought I read something else. I thought it was like 2012. I'm like, okay, that's not so bad.
That's at least what I read.
the
But
Miz-
you're probably right. It's
The
wrestling.
Miz-
It's Wrestling Observer. I mean, Dave Meltzer's one of the best guys out there. So
Mike the Miz had higher ratings when he was at the top of the company than this has had right now. That is,
and we
Oh.
always talk about how good the talent is, though. You know.
yeah.
But you saw the ratings went down. I saw the ratings
Yeah.
went down.
That I wanted to see because that episode of Raw was. You know,
And Steve, you immediately said to me, Vince is going to have to change things up now.
he's gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
And that means he brings Brock Lesnar back next
Oh,
week.
well, thanks for robbing the intro from me, dude. I was about to be like, what's a quick fix? Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, so he will reportedly be on this Monday's Raw, October 5th, if you're listening to this and need the specific date, or you're listening to this from in, the future after
Shout
this
out to the
episode.
future.
Shout out to the future.
What's
up?
up?
After that Raw already aired, and you're like...
And I'm totally expecting Heyman and Lesnar to come out. Taker's gonna play some mind
But
games.
herein lies the problem with them having low ratings. Oh, we have low ratings because we lean on old superstars all the time who are here momentarily.
and
then
John
they
Cena
go
and
away.
Randy Orton are still in there.
Or they're
Yeah.
here all the time and they're just boring as hell because we don't do anything cool with them. Or we shove them down fans' throats, aka Big Show and Kane.
Mark
You
Henry.
know, we have all this talent on the roster. Instead of building them up so our ratings naturally go up, let's just get Brock Lesnar back for a week and not actually deal with the underlying problem. It's
Yeah.
like having a broken foot.
Let's
and,
just figure it out this
tying
week.
some athletic tape around it so you could, get home, and then after that you're just gonna leave it up to chance. You're like,
Yeah. They're doing great with the network and they have good subscribers, ads and stuff. But the ratings are going down. That's not a good thing. You
Yeah.
need your TV time. I mean, obviously it's not going away. They get 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown. SmackDown's going to the USA Network in 2016. So, I mean, it's just they're in deep shit right now.
You want to just jump right on the Raw from this point?
I got one more.
Got one more?
John... yeah, kind of one more, and then, one...
1A?
half
Throwaway,
half
yeah.
one. Well, not throwaway because it's pretty serious. Oh, all right, I'll stop rambling. John Cena could be taking time off after Hell in a Cell. He isn't being advertised for anything following Hell in a Cell prior to the Europe trip at the beginning of November. But even after that, the first 2 Monday Night Raws back in the States, after that, he isn't being advertised for either. So,
Very interesting.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I mean, the guy, I respect the guy who have taken a break.
I mean, the guy deserves a break.
Yeah.
Whether you hate him or not. I mean,
And I
I
do.
respect him, but I mean, I don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't like him.
Yeah,
but I
I'll say
don't
the
hate him.
generic comment that everyone who's ever watched wrestling will say. John Cena, the man, is, from everything that I can take, a really good person. Like,
absolutely.
One of the better people, celebrities, whatever you want to call him. John Cena seems like a great guy. But wrestling, get the hell off the screen. And he's doing it. So,
Yeah. I feel like he's going to drop the title.
yeah.
I don't know to who.
Xavier Woods.
Good thing.
We'll get into that.
Whew, that would be interesting.
Good thing they didn't give it to
Heath
Kevin
Slater.
Owens, so John Cena could get it back and then fight for the other title, and
Yeah,
then
you
not
know-
have either title,
You know
and
what's
then
gonna
come
happen.
back.
You know what's
and
going to happen.
fight.
He'll be back after 2 weeks, and he'll fight the guy at Survivor Series, and he'll win it back.
I'm so sick. of
Also,
him.
it's been thrown around that Daniel Bryan is also being advertised.
Yeah,
for the
there's been
Europe
some
trip.
snippets of rumors going around about that. Woo! Yes! 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 I have our fantasy wrestling league, so I get really excited about that too.
The WWE has also been in an ongoing concussion lawsuit. We're not going to get too far into that because we're probably not the most qualified people to talk about that. So
No!
I fell off a swing set before and got a concussion, so
I got a concussion.
You
Playing
had a
hockey.
concussion before?
yeah,
I've never had one, so. Do you
I
want one
think,
now?
I think I'm qualified for this conversation.
Not in legal speak. A link
That's
to
Nick for you guys.
A link to an article explaining that will be in the description, as well as links to all the headlines we talked about. Most of them are from Cage Side Seats. It's not like a promotional thing. That's just a site I like to use.
Nick just really has a crush on cage side seats. That's all. And there we go.
It's a good site.
But yeah, hopefully this concussion things gets wrapped up quickly so Seth Rollins can start curb stomping people again.
Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so, Kat, you mentioned negative ramblings at the top of the show.
I think it's quite.
All related to Raw. If you want to open us up?
Yeah, so we open with John Cena.
Doo,
Yeah.
doo, doo, doo.
Awesome. Let's get our ratings up.
Alright.
Let's put on the same guy who's
Wait,
been
can I
opening the
say
show
something?
for 15
Before
years.
we talk about Raw, I want to say one thing. Screw Eva Marie.
Yeah, screw Eva Marie.
Yes.
Let's get that in there.
Yeah, we got to
can't
get that
forget.
in there, right?
But yeah, anyway,
Come on, guys.
John Cena opens it. Before we get into like what he actually did,
To be fair, it was a pretty solid opening. He comes out, goes, U.S. Open Challenge is back. I'm ready for Heath Slater. I never got Heath Slater.
I mean, Slater was all up on social media because it was Heath Slater Appreciation Day. Hashtag.
This is what I was actually
So ready for it.
when Kevin Owens
So ready for it.
when Kevin Owens lost the belt. Well, not lost the belt. He didn't get the belt from John Cena. The one silver lining in that to me was, all right, whatever. I'll get to see John Cena do these U.S. Open challenges. When Sami Zayn came out, that was awesome. Neville came out, that was awesome.
Kevin Owens came out. That was
And then
awesome.
he just doesn't do them. He doesn't do them. He goes and fights for another goddamn belt, loses both of the belts, gets them back, and now he's fighting the goddamn tag team champions. Like
Maybe
what-
the most over act right now in the company.
Like,
in
what-
WWE main roster.
What are they doing? Like, why is he opening the show here?
The New Day
Well, I
handled
thought it was cool that the U.S. Open Challenge was back. I mean, it was a nice way to open it. I don't know.
Again, it was just to insert Cena into a one-off tag match with
Well, I didn't-
over people in the roster so you can cling his name to it. Like they do with everyone who ever gets over in the WWE. They tag up with Cena or they go against Cena.
Well, I wasn't thinking that. I didn't think that it was going to be New Day, I don't know. I didn't think.
Dudley's.
No, I didn't. I didn't mean it was. I didn't think it was going to go to a tag match eventually.
But the New Day handled it pretty well, as they usually do. I mean,
yeah.
Xavier Woods playing Cena's theme on the trombone was
Yeah.
great.
No, it
And
was money.
him stepping up to take on the challenge,
Very surprising.
I thought it was cool too, because I'm like, what if he wins it? Like, you have a Shield thing going on there.
That's true.
Where he's basically Ambrose walking around with the
I mean, I was
US belt.
expecting.
Let's hope
Big
it
E.
goes a little bit better than Ambrose's U.S. title.
Yeah,
reign.
that was pretty garbage. He barely defended.
But yeah, anyway, as much
Yeah,
as I'm
sure.
crapping on Cena opening the show,
My boy
I have to give
Ambrose.
credit to the New Day for countering his crap with some positivity and some,
New U.S.
some
champs.
great stuff. Yeah,
New
Day,
US
as we say
champs.
every week on here, we probably sound sickening.
That
at this
lost
point.
These guys are
Woods
big
joke.
New Day
Yeah.
fanboys.
That Lost in the Woods joke was gold.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
so corny,
That-
but it was gold.
Yeah, but that's Woods though. He's corny and he's great.
Especially Big E reacting too.
Oh, with his gospel voice, of course.
Did you see what he just did there?
Oh, if you guys ever have time on YouTube, they literally played an interview of them just being the New Day, just horsing around just being character for 17 minutes. It's hilarious.
But the good thing about this opening, the New Day comes out and we get Xavier Woods.
Versus John Cena.
Yeah, it's cool to see Xavier fight. He's usually on the sidelines.
And I'm going to give credit to Cena here. I thought he displayed a nice showcase for Woods here. I thought Woods looked pretty good for a match with Cena, for a high case match, I thought. But
Yeah.
then it got ruined because then New Day attacked, and you
Well,
gotta
yeah,
you gotta believe the
That's
Dudleys
the
are
heel
gonna come-
thing.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was fine. But
For, you know, the past 10 years, every time the WWE wants to have a match on Raw with heels, you know, they just attack everyone at the end
no.
because, you know, we can't think of anything else to do ever. You just, you know, just
no, that
DQ.
was I
You know
didn't. No,
damn well, if you had a character, you would do that all the time.
I would definitely attack Cena all the time.
Mr. Logician.
yeah. The thing I was saying though is like I just thought that it was horrible that the Dudleys had to come out and you know Teddy Long special again. Impromptu tag match.
That's what I said. I ramble about it. I ran about it all the time when it happens. I hate when singles wrestlers get put up with tags or just
Sometimes
other
it's good,
singles
sometimes it's
wrestlers.
bad.
It's 95% of the time bad.
I disagree.
And
but-
here you go, John Cena. Oh, what's over in the WWE right now? The New Day and the Dudley Boys. Let's stick John Cena with them because, you know, he needs more attention.
Yeah.
He's got the U.S. belt. You know, he just feuded for the world title.
He's got every meme on the internet right now.
but-
It's John Cena.
Cena needs more exposure. So let's get him.
Yeah, let's get
him in.
let's see if he gets those ratings up. Not
So Cena and the Dudleys.
versus New Day.
Yeah, that's the match that happens
it
after
was-
essentially the New Day versus Cena.
It was an okay match. New Day won a little cheap. They I think it was Kofi. It was holding up Bubba Ray, and then one of the guys rolled up for the pin on Devon.
Yeah,
That's how the match ended. I mean,
yeah, that's it.
that just makes me think Dudley Boys are winning this Saturday.
Yeah, I don't really agree with them winning now, but
It's in New York. That's the only reason I'm
Yeah,
going with it.
I can't
I think it would
logically.
be pretty hype.
I think it would too.
I can't logically go against it, but from my heart, I do not want that to happen. My thing with it is, you know, the Dudleys are back, and like, you know, the whole point of them being back is they want this double-digit tag team reign, and you give it to them this early in it before WrestleMania season. I kind of think, I don't know, it's just
Maybe they
it's
have
a
a plan.
waste.
They
It's a waste of. Like, I don't know, just a big moment. Sure, you'll get the cool pop here, but I think if you give it like a little bit more of a slow burn and then have them have a TLC match,
Which
know,
I think they're gonna
the
have.
Dudleys versus New Day, just a straight up TLC match, and the Dudleys win it there by putting them through a table. That's a cool pop,
Yes, it is.
and that'll take you right into WrestleMania season.
Right.
So,
I think though, there's a lot of tag teams that are going to be coming back, like the Usos, that they're going to be able to work with, and then they're good. They're good workers. You can't deny that.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're just boring.
yeah, but
the Cena.
now they're going to be
division.
they're a mid card team now. You got primetime players you can work with, and Strowman and Harper. They're obviously going to be a tag team now. So you have that to work with. I think.
Yeah,
That's why I think they might win, and they might work with Strowman and Harper.
Cosmic Wasteland might finally get like some
There you go,
actual
maybe.
tags.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. So
Right.
what was our next segment?
Well, PCB is a thing again for. Oh wait, I forgot something here. Big Show
yeah.
versus Mark Henry.
You forgot something. Some just greatness.
All right, I'm going to read
Steve,
my
yeah.
notes.
Steve,
I'm
just read.
because I'm just going to read them.
This summarizes this entire thing. Just read the top one. That's all you need to do.
Just stop. It's 2015.
Big Show versus Mark Henry, right there. I mean,
'Kay.
God damn it. Are you kidding me? Big Show and Mark Henry are still fighting.
I mean, guys, come on. They've been doing this since 1999. This is starting to get pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, you want the ratings to go up. This is going to make the ratings go down.
Hey, remember that time?
No offense. I was a big Big Show fan and Mark Henry fan, like, forever. And, I probably will be when they retire,
Yeah.
maybe.
Both of those dudes are probably my top 30
Yeah,
all
I
time.
really do
Yeah.
enjoy them, but they're too old.
Yeah, Mark, we were saying before we went on air, Mark Henry should have went out, like,
Maybe a couple
during
years
his
ago.
fights with Ryback. That should have been the end of him.
Yeah.
But
Maybe seeing
Big
too.
Show's in a very similar situation where he needs to just go away. Maybe Big Show is still in decent enough shape, like where he comes out there and he can still like move around the
He can
ring for a
work.
guy his size.
He can work.
So Mark Henry, I think at this point, you call it a career, Mark. You've done some really cool things in
Yes, yeah.
WWE. Walk away with your head held high before
I
it gets
really-
too bad for you.
Yeah, you go.
Big Show, I think needs to just take a lot of time off. Go away,
Yeah.
go away for a full year or something like that. And then when you come back, fans are actually going to be excited to see you for a week or two.
Yeah, that
You
might
know,
be it,
so-
maybe a week or two. But I just feel really bad for Henry. Like
Yeah.
he was like looking like a baby out there. The
It's
Big
hard
Show.
to-
He was like
it's hard to
crying.
watch.
Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's
Mark
hard to watch.
Henry.
World's strongest man.
I used to love that guy, man. Still do, but like he's getting. And then he got treated like crap.
nation.
Sexual chocolate, and he gets treated like crap too. It's just by Sheamus the other week. So
But yeah,
just
I mean,
it's
here you
2015,
go.
guys.
Here you go again already, as I was saying in the beginning, just reaching back into the old trick of wrestlers to try and do things. It doesn't work. Stop it.
Yeah,
Bring
what do
up
you-
these new guys. Build people up. I see what they're doing I don't agree with it, but I understand what they're doing. They're trying to make Big Show look tough for this fight with Brock Lesnar. You know, I gave credit to Big Show last week for bringing up the fact that, you know, he beat him. He was the first one to beat him. It was in New York. That was cool and everything. But how much better would it be if this was Cesaro in Big Show's shoes right now?
Or
You know,
Sheamus or Ambrose.
anyone. Like, literally almost anyone on the roster would
You know,
be
they
better
took-
than Big Show.
They took out a big point of that like promo with Big Show last week. Like, Paul Heyman turned heel on him, and they never mentioned that.
Yeah.
That was when he turned on Lesnar. They're not going to mention that at all.
Lifted the rug and swept that one right
Yeah,
on
exactly. What do you think about that match, Nick?
Well, you kind of cut me off there. It's cool.
No,
It's cool.
I didn't know.
Nah. I was just going to say, remember that time at Survivor Series where Mark Henry just charged right at Big Show, and Big Show just knocked him out?
He got
That
KO. He got
was-
KO punched out of the
What was
WWE
it?
for months.
It was
Yeah.
the Authority versus Team Cena, and you just see Triple H just looking, have the most shocked look on
Yeah,
his face.
that was funny.
At what just happened.
Oh,
Here,
but
here we go though.
That was the funniest thing.
But then Big Show turned heel.
Yeah, I want to rant about that.
He turned heel that
This is
night.
a throwback from months ago. We didn't have a podcast at this point, but I'm still mad about that. That made absolutely no sense. Big Show knows going into that match, storyline wise, that he's going to turn on his team. So let me eliminate a member of the team that I'm fighting for, and then just walk out. What?
But see,
And he took out one of his teammates, the other team. Like, how
that
does that make
surprises
sense?
me because your boy Ziggler won the whole thing by himself.
Yeah, I love that.
We're
but I'm
rambling,
still-
but I mean, I thought Ziggler was going to get a big push.
Yeah,
here,
I'm still
though.
salty about that because Ziggler's in the exact same spot he was. He's
Maybe
probably
even
lower.
worse.
Yeah, he's lower now.
I thought that was for big things to come for him. But
But yeah, anyway, get back
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, funny Big Show, Mark Henry Lee moment, but now it's just
Yeah,
It's sad.
Screw that match. Please stop making them happen. Let Big Show.
if I
job
see that
out.
again, I will turn the TV off.
Let Big Show job out to Lesnar and be gone for a while.
Please. And thank you.
Okay.
And yeah, now
So
let's
now
get
we're
into
moving on?
the
Yes.
submission sorority.
Yeah. Don't type that in the search engine.
Do it.
Don't.
Team
it.
PCB.
Yep.
Miz TV.
It's still a team for some reason.
This segment sucked eggs. Yeah, I said eggs. It was just a weird segment. Like Becky,
like that.
but
Well,
Becky, I thought Becky actually. This is some of her best work.
It was a weird segment, just like last time they were on Miz TV. Like, what are they doing?
Like, let me. Booking has
Oh
no
no, the
idea.
glasses are off. Steve took the glasses
I
off.
get really pissed off about this stuff. Like, what are you doing, creative? Like this, like 6 diva tag matches don't work every week. You can do them once in a while, whatever.
yeah.
But I'm tired of this team aspect. Sasha Banks isn't on the TV, arguably the best women's wrestler ever. Not even on the TV ever on Raw. It's getting pathetic.
I feel like she
Yeah.
quietly went back to NXT to feud with Bailey.
Good.
Yeah.
Quite
Good.
honestly,
Just
I would
slinked
much
away.
Let her stay
I would
there.
much rather watch that. To
let
be
her
honest
let
with
her stay there. Honestly,
But-
Especially with the team, like what is Team Bad? Like as bad? No
Beautiful
pun,
and
no,
dangerous,
No, no pun intended. As bad as the Bellas and Team PCB are, I mean, Team Bad is just absolutely awful. They have no redeeming qualities. Tamina Snuka just goes out there and just stands there. Like,
she's the muscle of the group.
yeah, just stands there
Naomi
doing
twerks.
nothing.
And Sasha.
Naomi has a
So-
horrible finisher. She's really athletic, but she has no storylines.
Naomi's actually not a bad worker. I'll give her
And
that.
Sasha's just there. That's all Sasha does for Team Bad. She's
Yeah.
there. she
Yeah.
stands there.
She's the highlight of the group, obviously. But like, then the Bellas come out before Paige, and like, why are they out here? And then like, she's like talking about how it's so much pressure on Charlotte and yada yada yada. And I don't know. It's just, like I thought Charlotte actually cut a good promo, and so did Paige. Paige actually had a nice little one-liner. She actually mentioned Cena and Bryan, not their names, but like their boyfriends.
Well, AJ did that too.
AJ did do that.
Well, she kind of like subtly did during her.
Pipe
Did she
bomb?
have the title run? Yeah, her pipe bomb. She kind of subtly mentioned it.
I think
She didn't say her name.
She didn't say it
straight
like
up.
this.
She just
so-
say like who you're sleeping with or something along those lines.
Well, that's what like Paige kind
She
of said.
Yeah,
she
insinuated.
emphasized a certain few words that I honestly like don't want to. I don't want to get into.
And you know
that
what
right
I'm
now.
saying? Like, the other thing is they keep bringing up the damn Divas Revolution.
Just because you say it doesn't mean
It doesn't
that there's
mean
a revolution.
crap. Like, it doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's the thing. 'cause
like, it has to feel natural. Like in NXT, learn from it.
Yeah, let me just throw a hashtag in front of some words and it'll just
No.
automatically be a thing.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing with Paige doing her Paige bomb or heel turn, whatever it was.
She was kind of a face for 5 seconds.
I'm not even sure because she's back with the tag team again. But
Well, not anymore.
sort of, I don't know.
Who the hell knows, honestly.
yeah.
But I thought Paige doing that and kind of making herself the heel at that point was going to be the turning point. Like I said on last week's show too, the point where everyone breaks off into their own individual character so they can stand out on their own.
I think that's going to happen soon. I would think.
Again, that's intelligent, so it's probably not going to happen.
They just reverted back to what they already had.
I mean, it's garbage.
They're good for that though, dude. They get like something decent, and there's a slight risk with it, and they're like, no, let's just go back to the same old. The only good thing about this was that Natty's at least involved now. Because
good that they're using her.
Natalia's awesome, but outside of that, they need to stop. They need to stop these divas with Miz too, because
it's like the fourth time they've been on.
Especially with Team PCB, because they're supposed to like be the faces of the group, but like they fight with the Miz all the time. But like I almost feel bad for the Miz when he's out there.
Like pimped on. I mean, Miz is like a legitimate superstar. He's been in the company now for like almost 10 years, 8 years.
Fought the Rock and Cena.
Miz got
he did.
The Miz got tore up by.
I mean, Miz ain't the best worker in the world, but God's sakes, a man can talk and he works. He
got torn up by Kevin Owens and Cesaro. Remember that?
Yeah, but that was funny because Owens a great talker, but then after they talk, they brawl, and we got ourselves another impromptu 6-man tag. That's just the women's tag, whatever. That's just how the night has always been, and it's another Team PC.
Yeah. Again, from the great Steve Herman notes. Top bullet point, pointless match, summarizes this entire thing.
It was
You're
pointless.
Not doing anything to progress any feuds. You're not doing anything to make these people look strong, weak, anything. They're just there. They're there. Just like.
And then, like, at the end, Paige got hit by Charlotte by accident, and Paige thought it was on purpose, and Paige started to leave.
Yeah, typical.
And then Natty came out to help, like, randomly, and then she pulled her down and, like, hit her, and then Nikki Bella gets the rope on Charlotte, which she already has a rematch, so she already pinned the women's champ again, so...
She gets 2 rematches.
Woo!
Because it's pertinent for them to acknowledge that at this point.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
They suck.
As we said, we are going to do a lot of negative rambling here, so...
Yeah, just getting
into the thick of things.
It's bringing me down, man.
Well, the Raw sucked. What do you want to say?
Yeah,
It was bad.
It was a bad episode of Raw.
I can't give any faux positivity.
This is coming from the guy who is always trying to be positive.
We'll end on a high note because the end of the show was great, but let's trudge through some more of this crap.
There's the statue, or the head of Seth Rollins' statue.
Oh, wait, you forgot about the HR girl, Ashley.
There was that too.
No response.
Yeah.
Just
there we go. There was that too.
Absolutely goddamn retarded.
Let's move along.
Yeah, just
to
let's move along.
The next decent part of the show. Well, one of the few decent parts. We get to see primetime players take on part of the Wyatt family and Braun Strowman and Luke Harper.
Yeah, they showcase for them.
I'm cool with that. As much as I crap on like putting singles people together for tag matches, I like tag team wrestling, but I want it to be an actual tag team. I don't want it to be 2 random people you put together. So you see PTP get some spotlight here, which is cool because WWE has been known to just act like you don't exist after you drop the belt in a feud. You just go away for a long time.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So seeing them come out here, even if it's only to, really showcase Braun and Luke Harper, it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they looked good. I mean, that makes me think that they're going to get a tag title run eventually.
Yeah, if they don't go back for the belts or something, fingers crossed that at least Titus O'Neil gets a singles run.
Yeah, I really like Titus.
But
he still looked good in that match, too. I mean, he got submitted at the end or passed out.
I mean, it's good to see him get back into things too because it kind of disappeared once the New Day and
when the Dudleys came back, especially when the
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's usually what happens with people. They just kind of go away once they're not in the central part.
Braun Strowman is still a tank though.
Braun Strongman.
Braun Strongman, yeah. He always looks good. I mean, he's a little not the best wrestler in the world, but he's working on it.
Well, no, I mean,
that's what Harper's there for.
Yeah,
exactly.
Your bigs typically aren't your Kane, best. Undertaker, right. Luke Harper. You're not going to get.
I'm digging him though. I do like him a lot. I think he's great.
Yeah, I think he is doing exactly what he should be doing. Yeah. I don't think they could be doing anything better with Strowman.
Yeah, they're booking him good.
Yep, I crap on them a lot, but what they're doing with Strowman is really good.
Yeah, hopefully they keep that up. Definitely.
And hopefully they do something good with this return that we had next.
Oh yeah,
instead of just jobbing him out like
another
usual.
Impromptu match with Neville and Stardust.
Yeah, King Barrett's back.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish it was the bad news gimmick, but
I would have liked that.
That was his best
Or
gimmick.
Wade
But hey-
Barrett just comes out with a little
Cape.
overcoat.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Got some bull hammers.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh my God, just knowing creative that they would just have him join Stardust, even though Stardust beat him up. Like, just like, that's what I thought immediately. Like, all right, good, he bullhammered him. Maybe
So-
this will be a triple threat match or something at Hell in a Cell.
My question to you guys is, how are they going to build Wade Barrett up this time, only to
Well, it's
make him
King
lose
Barrett.
to some, oh yeah, sorry,
King Barrett.
King Barrett. Wade doesn't exist anymore.
It's going to be a hybrid between King Barrett and Bad News Barrett. Like, he'll be on the podium with the gavel, but he'll be like, what's
That would be good.
What's the person called from Gladiator where he has his thumb out and it's just like
The Emperor.
the Emperor? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
whatever.
like has his thumb out. It's like thumbs
Yeah.
up, thumbs down for the match.
He,
Yeah.
Like right before someone's about to hit their finisher, just looks over at him.
it's cool
Thumb
seeing him
down.
back though. I think it's safe to say we're all pretty big.
I'm a
Barrett
bit huge
fans.
Barrett fan.
Yeah.
I love him.
What I was saying earlier when I was joking, I said, how do you guys predict that they're gonna ruin him this time? Most people who have followed King Barrett's career have noted that he gets built up very often only to just have all his accomplishments tossed into another superstar. He'll win something big, but then they'll just take all that winnings and put it onto someone else.
The King-
Perfect example, King of the Ring this
Like,
year.
why did they let him win? Like,
Why did they even bring it
why did
back?
they do it?
Yeah.
He's
It
got to
meant
be.
nothing.
It's just like the Andre the
He's
Giant thing at this point. Like, why have these cool matches that fans
If
want
this
to
doesn't
buy
mean
into
anything.
if you're not going to do anything
like,
with them?
if I'm booking that, if he wins King of the Ring, why is he not the Money in the Bank briefcase holder?
I
You know?
always said, part of the reason why so many people
Oh
love
my
Money in
God,
the Bank.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I wanted
the,
that.
Part of the reason why people love Money in the Bank so much is because it's pertinent to the rest of the year. Like, it has a central part in most storylines. I always thought King of the Ring should do something too. He comes out, he gets some stupid scepter and some cape, whatever.
Maybe get a
No one
title
cares
match in the
about
next
that.
pay-per-view or something.
But I thought it would be cool, like, maybe the King of the Ring gets to schedule one match a year. Like, no matter, like he said, he can't put himself in it. But this is my idea, but he could be like, I get to book one match every year, so I'm gonna book Brock Lesnar versus my ally, and we're gonna put him in a handicap match. Just something cool like that. Like,
That'd
give
be
him
good.
something to do.
I can't get this picture out of my head now though. Just,
That would be too good.
if
though,
he
Mike.
had the Money in the Bank case, he just like has a servant from backstage just carrying around the case
Yeah.
for him.
he would be perfect.
Could you
as
imagine
world
this cash
champion.
in? I've got some bad news, and then he just comes there.
I'm cashing in the briefcase, and he's losing the title.
Can we,
So that's Steve's attempt at his British accent.
I'm kind of sick right now, so give me a break.
Yeah, he
Come
also
on.
has a cold, so if you hear any, coughs or sneezes, that is Steve. That is Steve being sick.
But yeah, anyway, he's
He'll be
back.
alright.
Yeah, I'm
He's
fine.
slotted right back in there with the seemingly endless Neville Stardust feud. I was on board with it for
Well,
a
it's
while,
whatever.
but it's getting drawn out. Needs to end.
Yeah, I
Move
totally
them both
agree.
on to bigger and better things. They've done decent,
Especially Neville.
Yeah, they've done decent things with what they've been. The few scraps they've thrown them with this feud, but it's time to end it.
Give Neville a feud with Owens,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
and then bring
They
Cody
could-
Rhodes
yeah.
back. That's all you got to do. But they
Obviously,
won't
they
do
can work together.
it. Exactly.
But
And then we got the
yeah.
best segment of the night.
more crap we get to trudge through. Steve, let's actually. Your hatred for Kane is just on another level.
I don't
Let's-
know. It's Big Show, but it's Kane.
Yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's-
true.
I don't know who I don't like more right now. Is this Kane segment, hands down, worst segment of 2015 in my opinion?
That's hard to argue against.
It was
Off the top
garbage.
of my head, I can't think of anything much worse.
How do you think?
No, I got it, dude.
What's
dude?
what?
Ziggler, Rusev, Lana, and
Summer.
the Bird. Yeah,
No, the Bird.
I almost called her the Bird.
Oh, she does look like
just
you did get Bird out.
just almost every single one of their segments has been almost.
I don't know. This one
unwatchable.
was pretty bad.
Yeah,
It was embarrassing.
it's a toss up.
Like it's for the WWE World Heavyweight
Okay,
Championship.
okay. I take it back because of that factoid. Yeah, this
How
is
do you
the
think
worst.
fans expect Kane to actually win this match?
Well, it's not Kane. It's the Demon Kane because he puts on a mask for 3 minutes.
Oh, and corporate Kane.
and a shitty mask at that no one wants.
And the
If you
theme
want
song's
Kane,
ass.
like we're gonna crap on Kane in a second, but everything we're crapping on Kane about right now, if he was in his other attire, I wouldn't be crapping on him.
I'd be going
It's
nuts
that
right now.
simple. And I feel like 90% of
all you gotta do
wrestling
is
fans
that.
are with me. If Kane would have came out whenever he came out a couple weeks ago
To his old theme song,
old theme song in his original attire, people would have lost their shit.
they would have marked out.
yeah.
I would have went nuts. This is pretty awesome. But
It
they're
covered-
not. Why would they do that though?
Yeah, why?
So then
why do a good
Steve
idea?
wouldn't be sick right now.
Exactly. See, Raw's making me sick, guys.
AIDS would be completely cured.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
starvation in Africa. Things
We
would have been
could
good.
just keep on going.
But booking doesn't
So
like.
Kane comes out with that girl Ashley, whatever. Ugh.
Who cares?
Jeez. And she gives her a good performance. She gives him a good performance review.
It's
and
not the
it.
first time they've done segments
but-
like that, so it's really hard for me to get super bothered by it.
But why do it?
Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. But
Yeah, I agree with you, Nick, but,
But
like,
then I
it's
go
happened
back.
before.
I go back to what Steve just said. It's the WWE Championship storyline.
It should be your main
That-
So
segment, besides Taker and Lesnar.
anything that you can give them, like, oh, okay, I'll let you get away with that. You can't when it's the championship. That has to be the focal point of your good stories and creative, and they just don't do
And
that.
I get that,
No.
but that's another thing too. Like, there's no one really challenging Seth for the belt right. Like, seriously
Exactly.
challenging Seth for the belt right now. And I don't really see Kane as big of a threat. So it's just
and that
it
goes-
feels like cruise control for that right now.
and that goes into them not building up young stars.
That's their fault.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
It just keeps going back to
Anything,
them.
you could do a rematch
they,
with Ambrose.
They don't rely on their young talent. You know, these dudes that they keep plucking back from the Attitude Era and before, you know, they're the stars that they are because creative and booking back then gave them a real good chance to shine.
Like, what I'm saying is,
What's
like,
Cesaro supposed to do? Get knocked out by Big Show?
exactly.
Like,
I was just gonna say, you have Undertaker Lesnar headlining this. Yeah, Rollins isn't going to lose the title. Why wouldn't you put like a young guy like Cesaro in a title match? That would be really interesting. It'd be a great match, and we would expect Rollins to win.
Yeah, and-
it wouldn't be as predictable.
But
Maybe
yeah,
something crazy
even,
would happen.
even if he loses, whatever, he's got a notch on his belt that he's fought for the championship.
On a
Now-
pay-per-view.
Yeah, now he's ready to move on to the next part. But no, you have Kane fighting for him, so all these young guys are still in the same spot that they were.
and it's their
irrelevant.
fault. It's creative's fault for doing it.
And,
it
and
never
the
worked.
worst part about it is you've seen, I mean, I can't cite anything off the top of my head, but you've seen multiple times WWE. Vince, actually, I can cite one. Didn't Vince cite on the Stone Cold podcast?
What about-
No, these young guys aren't
Grabbing the brass ring.
They're not.
That's a
being
load of
star-
crap.
How the hell are they supposed to grab this brass ring when you don't put a ring out for them to grab?
And sometimes they actually do, and they get fed to Big Show or
They
John
make
Cena.
one
Yeah.
themselves.
Or Kane,
tie
or
it to
Mark
a
Henry.
string.
Sometime they beat an entire team and was by themselves at Survivor Series, and then for some reason John Cena is given the power to reverse that match.
Yep.
Sometimes they win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and, you know, get just
A surreal moment.
a ridiculous amount of heat, like
A
white
mega
hot
pop.
heat on their side, and nah, let's not do anything. Sometimes they beat the world champion Seth Rollins, but you just come out and reverse the decision, and now they're fighting in a tag team match that doesn't really have anything to do with them, just because they're friends fighting someone.
Or Ryback beating Seth Rollins. Why isn't Ryback getting a
There's-
title
I
shot?
could just go on and on and on. It's just so bad.
That Ambrose twist was the worst.
Oh,
I,
my
re-
God.
I really
I-
thought he won.
I did
Because
too.
they put his name under the thing. I'm like, dude, he definitely won. What? Like, I lost my shit with that.
And
happened.
yeah,
like,
I
seriously.
might eat my words there because I've said earlier they don't do any like long time stories. And when Ambrose does eventually win the belt, which it's safe to say Ambrose is going to be the champ at some point,
Yeah.
it'll be cool. It's just like Daniel Bryan. How I wasn't a Daniel Bryan fan, but I recognized the journey that he went through to
a
get to
big
where
moment.
he did. So when Ambrose does eventually really win, it'll be that much cooler. But at the same time, like, come on,
Yeah,
guys.
but you mentioned, sometimes there's no ring to grab, but like these guys almost make a ring themselves sometimes, tie to a string, raise it up by the ceiling, and then go find the ladder to climb to go grab it.
Yep. But
Yeah.
in that meantime,
I mean, Zack Ryder is
in that-
probably the worst
In
case
that
of that.
meantime,
There's a lot of bad
creative-
ones.
Creative snaked in and snipped the line so they can't grab it anymore.
Or they get fed the scene.
And it's just to get back to the title storyline. I mean, Seth Rollins, he's
He
a
did
champion.
good.
No, but he's the champion. He's big. I just don't feel like he's not the guy. No, I mean they're saying he is the guy, but John Cena's still the face.
I know exactly what you mean, and I feel
You
the
know?
same way. Seth Rollins is the top guy in the company, but he like outside of wrestling, he's not really the top guy in the company.
Yeah,
That
outside
shouldn't,
wrestling,
it shouldn't feel that
like,
way.
if you
yeah.
say-
I think
John
he's number
Cena-
2 right now.
Yeah.
All right, but like walking on a street corner, right? If you go up to someone, it's like, tell me who John Cena is. Like they'll immediately know.
Well, duh.
If you go to
Cena's
someone,
been
be like,
around longer too, so you gotta
Be like,
expect
tell
that.
me who Seth Rollins is. I mean, what's
Yeah.
There's a difference though. Years. Cena's been around for almost 15 years.
No,
now.
but
Rollins has been-
he's not saying physically. He means just like
that's what I thought.
in terms of what they've done for their career and
Exactly,
everything.
that's what I
Cena's
said.
had all these things to build himself on. Sure, Rollins has had some he beat Sting, he beat all these things, but most of his accomplishments aren't
Se-
really
I'm
accomplishments.
not gonna
of
lie.
his.
Rollins
Well,
did
what I-
pretty good for 3 years.
what I mean
He's
is,
got a
too,
lot of accomplishments.
Seth Rollins.
Does he?
Money in the Bank, tag team titles, United States title,
But
WWE
didn't someone
title,
else
Money
win
in the
almost
Bank.
everything, single one of those for him? That's what I'm saying at the end of the day, where he doesn't look like he's like, the top like badass champion in the company because most of his achievements are because of the Authority. And I know he's a heel champ, so you're not supposed to be like, oh yeah, I really want to root for this guy. But when you don't give him that much, I don't know.
No, it's just what I'm getting at is, when USA has an ad for Raw, it's John Cena. It's not Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is a champion.
Yep, I fully agree.
Yeah.
I
mean, we can complain about a lot of other guys. Seth's awesome, so I'm not going to.
I'm not complaining.
No.
We're not complaining about Seth. We're just complaining about the way that they handle their talent.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree.
Or lack of handling their talent.
I totally agree.
And, I mean, it's just all.
But I thought Seth looked really strong here. Attacking Kane and everything.
You got to give him that. It's cool to see that vicious side of him.
Yeah, I never seen that of Seth.
Because
that was cool.
that's
good.
what I was saying. You don't see it often, so you don't really value him as the top champion. But anyway, we get Kane come out in that stupid mask again, and
we got stretchered out by the damn ambulance.
Yeah,
and then he just morphs into Demon Kane. Dun dun dun. Like, are you trying to insult our intelligence or something? And then he's trying to limp, and then somehow miraculously it's better.
It's not.
Come on.
I don't think they're intentionally trying to insult your intelligence.
Yes,
no, no. It's like they did nothing to set up that suspension of disbelief. If they did something where you could actually set aside this is fake, that you can't. Do
what if he came out at the end of Raw? That would have made more sense.
But story wise, they did it in a way where it's okay, you believe he can pull this off.
I get what you're saying, and Steve said they're insulting our intelligence, which they are at the end of the day. But I don't think they're setting out to do that, but their actions are having that effect because what I think the big problem is they're just lazy. They don't care to come up with anything cool.
That's exactly what
they go on cruise control. They got their network subscribers. They got their sponsors.
Well, those ratings go down, man. That's gonna eventually they're gonna have to do something.
Yeah,
you would think
they're gonna have to have an actual gladiator match on TV.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to sum it up, the whole Kane angle is just.
And then Kane hold the title. So
yeah,
it's so weak.
Let's get on to the next crap show.
Orton versus Bo Dallas. I mean, it's a squash match.
Buffalo Bills. That's all I remembered about that match.
All right, yeah. Richie Incognito was out for blood.
Offensive guard for the Bills.
He was out for blood.
Yeah, he was. That was pretty funny. But Orton, somehow was on the show with Bo Dallas. Squash match.
I know.
Typical.
I was just watching that, and Orton's got Bo Dallas up by the barricade, and Incognito is basically hanging over that thing, get him ready, do. And I'm just dude, I think you need to chill, especially after that whole bully thing from last year.
Yeah, is this how what's Jonathan Martin felt? Just a scared little boy.
Yeah, pretty much.
But whatever. They both come out. We get to see Orton and Bo Dallas. Meh.
Yeah, Bo Dallas. Sorry.
Yeah, basically. Kevin Owens versus Rusev.
This was 2 seconds.
Yeah, but it just seems like they're fusing together that Ryback Owens feud with the Ziggler Rusev feud,
which I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's not bad because I was just appalled that the Ziggler Rusev feud was going on still after their last match, which 100% should have been the conclusion. So
definitely,
if they're gonna force it on us, this is a cool way to make it.
Yeah, Fatal 4-Way, that's good.
And knowing then that they're gonna tag up Rusev and Kevin Owens, and they'll put Ryback and Ziggler together.
What, for Hell in a Cell?
They'll do it.
Oh, they already did it. They did it the week before SmackDown.
No, but I'm saying they'll do it for a big match.
They'll do it on Raw this week.
No doubt in my mind.
They'll do it on Raw this week.
No doubt in my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
I would not be honestly that surprised to see it happen at a pay-per-view.
Ew.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
that's wasting the IC belt.
Yeah, but they don't really seem to care about most things. So
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I think Teddy Long has to be in charge of booking.
And you know what's funny?
Secretly,
funny?
He has to be.
There's just gonna be a grand reveal. The anonymous GM starts popping
you know
up
funny,
again. They have the reveal. It was me, player.
Ziggler came.
It was me all along.
Ziggler came out. I'm they went to commercial. I'm there's definitely a tag team match coming, and there wasn't. I'm wow. Ooh, you swerved me there, guys. Ooh, interesting. Like, who the hell cares?
Not a good swerve though when we're just going off of your past stupidity.
Yes.
Like we're just we're expecting it.
Yeah. Like, and I feel bad for Owens. Owens should be getting more time on TV. Like, that's pathetic.
The Heyman promo was up next after that.
And I'm like, maybe this could save the show.
No,
and
but this
didn't.
is how weird of a how weird and how just kind of just boring of a Raw this was. This was one of the weakest Heyman promos I've ever seen.
Because he didn't mean it.
Yeah, what the hell do you expect? I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general. What the hell is this guy supposed to do to start? I mean, what Big Show did last week is honestly, I think, as good as you could possibly come to selling this pay-per-view. You know, referencing the history between these two guys in New York. Outside of that, there is nothing that you can really say about
But even
this.
before that, when, you know, the crowd was chanting, "Please retire," a couple weeks ago, and he grabs him like, goes, "You want me to retire? Find someone to retire me." I'm like, I think I know a guy.
He's big, he likes to hunt, and he'll be here in New York in a little bit.
I just can't believe they're trying to sell this match.
He's the mayor of a little town called Suplex City.
Yeah.
Like, why are they trying to sell this match? Like,
it's just no.
Like they fought last year and
Again,
Brock Lesnar destroyed him.
Two old notable names.
But it's just weird. Heyman comes out, starts to do his thing. Big Show comes out, you know, starts taking some shots at Heyman.
I almost fell asleep.
And Heyman just leaves. Now, when Heyman leaves the ring, like, I thought he was going back to get Brock. I'm like, okay, he's going to get Brock. Brock's going to come out. This is going to start to turn the show around a little bit. But no, he just walks off.
If that was Attitude Era, he definitely would have came out. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got a contract.
Sadly, it is not.
Sadly, it's not. It was really boring, and I just hope Brock absolutely destroys Big Show on Saturday. Just chair shots, hit him with like 10 F5s. Just make me happy, Lesnar.
All right, we've had enough negativity for like 10 episodes.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a crap episode,
If you've stuck through this broken record player of us complaining about wrestling, we applaud you.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Now the icing on the cake, we get to the decent part. Well, good, not just decent, really good.
Yeah, Roman Reigns
good.
versus Bray Wyatt was pretty solid.
Yeah,
match was good. The only thing that sucked was the end. Like, not the end of the show. The finish. The finish, I mean. But how about Roman Reigns with the promo of the night?
Yep, that's Roman Reigns doing what Roman Reigns does best.
Well, it feels like they're confident enough in him where they're free to just let him speak, and he's comfortable with himself to say to just go off bullet points.
There you go with the fans post his Rumble appearance when his career was in jeopardy with the fans about how he was getting eviscerated with booze.
Yeah.
A big part of the if you went online, read, things, just the general IWC comment was, we want Roman Reigns to be the silent badass who's going to come out there, say what is, very tied into what he's out there to do.
Nice, short,
and then
quick.
he fights.
Nice,
That's
short,
all people
quick.
want from him. And, WWE comes out, fans don't know what they're talking about. You want to hear about him tell children's tales and, talk about beanstalks and suffer in succotash. That's what people want from Roman Reigns, and his career almost ends.
It was close. Pretty close.
Now he does what fans were talking about from before, and he's one of the most over guys on the roster.
Yeah, and they'll just screw it up at some point.
Yeah, and they'll never admit either. Obviously, there's no platform for them to do this, but they'll never admit that the fans were right about that, though.
Yeah, I know. No, they won't. We just felt like he just needed to be that.
I feel like
no
Triple H might. Vince never will.
They'll give the credit to Steph McMahon. Yeah, Steph came out and she really thought
Well,
that
Steph was the leader of the Divas Revolution, guys. So
at this point, that might be hurting her because this is no revolution.
But this was a really good match between these two guys. I mean, very physical. I mean, probably their best matches between.
I would say one of the best matches on Raw in quite some time.
Yeah, it really was.
Bray's showing he's not afraid to fight.
Yeah,
he doesn't need his guys.
Yeah, it takes him back. Looks strong. Both of them look really strong here.
Extremely strong. Yeah. That was
that brawl at the end was hype.
If you're gonna do a quality singles feud with them in the future, this just proves let them just go at it in the stands, let them give them weapons, let them fight in the locker room. That's what these guys need to do.
It woke the fans up as well.
Yeah,
the fans went nuts. They were doing the yes chant because they were appreciating this segment in this match because that spear through the table was hype.
Yeah,
and then the barricade, Bray just ran right in and it broke. I mean, that was cool. I mean,
that was
nice
really
different ending.
really awesome for the young guys in the locker room there, what those two did, because those two going out there, although it's just their characters out there, that proves to booking that, you know, these young guys, if you give them the proper setting, can end a show.
Yeah, for sure.
They sure.
I mean, that end was cool. They were both laying on the table, knocked out, unconscious.
Yep.
And then that's the way it ends. I'm like, this was a different way, and I liked it.
Yeah, and you guys already said it makes Bray Wyatt look strong because he didn't have to have his like goons there with him. But the same can be said for Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns talks about, I'm the lone dog from the Shield or whatever, or the lone wolf from the Shield anymore. But a lot of the time when Roman Reigns gets his ass kicked, they don't bring it up often. But Dean Ambrose runs down there and helps him. Roman Reigns very rarely fights by himself.
Where was Ambrose?
He was on TV for like 2 seconds the whole week. That's pathetic.
But yeah, I mean, this was really good for Roman
Yeah, this
Reigns
was the best
as
part of the
well.
night.
Yep.
Match of the night, spot of the night, everything.
Definitely makes me extremely excited for what they're going to do in a cell.
Yeah.
We're hopefully out of a cell.
Yeah.
On top of a cell.
Yes.
And finally, through a cell.
Yes. Well, I mean,
Get some Mankind action.
yeah, it should be very interesting.
They killed him.
Where are the medics, damn it?
Maybe Bray will have a couple teeth in his beard or something after that match.
Or through
but
the
this
nose.
was
But yeah,
anyway. Obviously, they fought before in their history, but this was a good
this is their best match
good
so
foundation for this feud ending / going forward.
far. Glad they're fighting singles and not a tag match between the groups anymore, too.
They'll find a way to mess that up.
Yep.
I'm telling you, put 3 midgets and Big Show in there, and
You
you'll
got
have
yourself
story.
a good
Yep.
ratings.
All right, let's have some optimism that they pull something off.
Well, the optimism's Lesnar Taker, so
I get
that should be
Yeah,
freaking
I have-
fantastic.
I have enough optimism in me about the Hell in the Cell 2 main matches that I'm gonna stick through, as awful as Raw seems to
You
promise
need to have
be.
some hope, man.
Yep.
Remember WrestleMania.
Power positivity.
I was the one that said WrestleMania was going to be very good this year. I mean,
I don't remember that. Do you, Nick? I don't remember Steve saying that.
well, heel tactics. They're just doing heel tactics, guys.
I mean, we're months removed from that. All I remember is Seth Rollins just.
Beer was going everywhere. That's all.
No, we were watching on the network. The network froze the minute he went for the pin, so we never actually saw the
Yeah.
pin.
It didn't matter.
We just saw him clip to him standing up with his arms.
His eyes were so bulging,
and we're just going, he won!
He freaking won! You gotta be
Speaking
kidding
of,
me!
While we went on a tangent about that WrestleMania, he needs to bring back the little warrior. I don't know if you guys even really know. Ultimate Warrior, he used to get the belt and he used to swing it above his head like a claymore.
Well, he only did that in Mania.
Yeah,
I would love to see him do it again. That was
was
so
cool.
awesome. Yeah, that's the kind of things that I love about Seth Rollins, because he's a real fan of
Oh yeah.
wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. For
Like,
sure.
that was good. That was good celebration.
That was epic.
Well,
That was good. I just won a title celebation.
Yeah,
well,
for
we
sure.
kind of ended it on positivity, even though it was
Yeah,
about something from months ago.
Best show that year.
It's something. You gotta have some hope, man. Gotta have some hope. That pretty much does it for Raw. We're
Yeah.
past the hour at this
Getting
point.
close to yeah.
Just want to take a few minutes to go over the MSG card. Maybe
Yeah.
some loose NXT talk.
Sure.
Yeah,
I actually didn't see NXT this week, so I'm gonna check out for this one.
it was good.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
Yeah,
I read
it
some
was-
of the,
it
I
was
read some
very
things
good.
online,
Good
but I
build.
didn't watch it myself.
Very good build.
Just to run through the Madison Square Garden card, obviously Lesnar versus Big Show is the main event for that.
The main attraction.
Main attraction. Rollins versus Cena in a steel cage for the U.S. title.
Which means Cena
Again.
wins.
Dudley's versus New Day for a tag title. We already said that's probably where the Dudleys take the title.
That could go either way, but I would expect Dudley's.
Owens versus Jericho
Owens.
for the IC title.
Should be a good match.
I did say Owens.
Oh, no. I'm saying it should be a good match. Jericho.
Rusev versus Ziggler. We've seen that a lot. Orton versus Sheamus.
I'll be taking
we've also seen that a lot, but it was probably only 2 or 3 times.
No,
Wait.
not in their history.
Wait. Are you saying
Orton-
history or the
Orton
feud?
versus? I feel like we've seen that a lot recently.
We've seen it 30 times.
Yeah, that's one of their most go-tos.
They go to that all the time. That's their reality era.
And they're usually they're decent matches. It's just we've seen them so many times. It's
who cares at this point? You know.
Is there anything else?
I mean, it'll be a pretty good. I think it'll be an alright show. Just
It'll be
for it
fun.
not to be a full pay-per-view per se, but just
Crowd will be hot for it. New
Yeah.
York's always a good crowd.
Yeah, those are usually fun just because I don't expect much out of it storyline-wise. I'm
Yeah.
just there to watch the wrestling, so
Sure.
they're usually fun regardless.
Yeah,
probably be like the Japan show.
I don't know. Japan was pretty good with Jericho.
No,
Neville.
I mean, it will be like the Japan
Oh, yeah,
show,
absolutely.
where like it kind of exists in its own like.
Well, it's a live
own
event.
separate
It's a
world.
live event.
But, you know, we don't have to stay up till 3 in the morning to
Or
see it.
5 or whatever. But the
at the
NXT
time,
panel was
yeah.
pretty cool. After Raw.
The NXT panel
I
that
forgot about
aired
that.
on the network after Raw, that was really cool. For those of you who listened to our second episode on Takeover Brooklyn,
Yeah,
where we just kind of just gushed about that for an hour.
and we had the right to.
we kind of said like it's walking this line where you're not really sure if you can call it the development program or its own separate brand.
It's
and like
both.
you even saw it on that panel, like they're not even sure. They're just kind of calling it both.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there was some good insight with all that. Like Finn Balor was saying, like how he would DVR NXT, and he would watch the whole thing. But if it was Raw or SmackDown, he would skip it, like the whole time, just because he was so into NXT.
And what Triple H said about the past WrestleMania was real. I didn't even think about it.
That was
'cause
very
it just
interesting.
It just kind of happened right in front of us without even realizing it. There was an NXT guy in every single match, with the exception of Sting, Triple H, and I stopped and think about it and went, "Oh wait, he's right."
Yeah.
So like we say that there's these guys at the top that keep the NXT guys from like really developing.
Or you
or
mean the
going
main
anywhere.
roster guys? Like
Yeah, on the main roster.
Still do though. They still do.
But like, they are there. There are things happening. It's just maybe not the things we want to see happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If that's a good way to put it.
I mean, like
that's
Bray Wyatt needs to get a
that's-
WrestleMania win. So
that's going pretty far and putting a positive twist on it.
yeah,
It's a reach.
I mean,
but
it is a reach. Just
that-
Triple H being the most positive about it.
that's
Here's the thing.
that's them realizing they messed up and they're backtracking. And,
Here's the thing. We're talking about a panel that happened months ago and it just went
Yeah.
over the air now. But like, I'm probably speaking about it that way because that panel was just nothing but good vibes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, it's Seth, Finn, Kevin Owens, Sasha Banks, like,
I lo-
all of my favorites right
I love
now.
I love too how Byron Saxton was the moderator for that whole thing and he's asking the questions and then at a certain point Seth Rollins is like I want to ask
yeah,
questions.
yeah, that was funny.
I got questions I want to.
Yeah, Seth was funny. But then they were teasing like on Twitter like a Seth Finn match. Like I thought that was pretty hype.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Current champ versus
NXT
first
champ.
champ.
Yeah, I would mark the hell out for that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it was a very interesting panel. They were really discussing about the Divas Revolution for NXT and how it changed the business, kind of, not really, but
they keep saying it did, but I don't.
for
I'm not saying it.
NXT it did.
Oh yeah, NXT 100%.
Yeah, not main roster. Obviously.
I just, just even hearing about NXT getting started, because I mean, that's the thing too. Like, NXT did exist like a couple years ago. It just wasn't as big as it is now.
Because they didn't have the network yet.
And yeah, it's like the testing grounds for what Raw will do, what SmackDown will do, what the WWE does in general. But like everything it's done seems like the right move.
NXT just
I feel like a big reason, and there's no validity to this comment. I'm just saying what I feel. I feel like WWE, like the main roster, has way more of a corporate feel to it. They gotta appease their sponsors. They gotta reach out to the fans who aren't watching all the time, so they can relate to a show if they just turned the TV on. NXT, I feel, is for wrestlers
Wrestling
by
fans.
wrestling fans.
Yes.
And I mean that was even alluded to by like a majority of the
like
panel.
Seth was saying that like this is for you guys and
Majority,
stuff like
like,
that. And Seth
everybody.
was saying like he really wish he was still he wish he had a shot at being in NXT for a little bit.
But that goes back to the comment I mentioned at the top of the show from Finn Balor, where it's like guys don't necessarily want to rush up to the main roster
Right.
because you have this thing happening down in NXT where, you're kind of in control. You're making this yourself. You're really shaping how it
Oh
goes.
yeah, it's phenomenal. I know years down the line, probably over a decade.
We'll be
or whatever,
talking about it.
There's going to be some documentary on the WWE network if it's still around about today, like the days that we're living through right now, talking about the rise of NXT.
Like, I'm so upset. Like, this is like the last Sasha Bailey match for like a very long time, and it's gonna be like their last good match.
But even now, just to kind of get into this, the most recent NXT episode, like they're making their way up into the main roster, and you're looking at the people now that were developing. They were experiments. Like we weren't big fans of Dana Brooke when she first came up.
Nah.
Now it's like she's not.
Yeah,
that
she's
bad.
solid. She's solid.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
Emma's came back down to get.
Emma looks hot. She is, but she's a great heel. She's really embracing that role. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I don't.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, she is good looking. I mean, I'm just saying. But no, like she's really embracing that heel role, and I was surprised that they added that match. How do you pronounce it? Asuka, right?
Yeah.
The Kana, that's her new name, and she's fighting Dana Brooke, and that's good because she's probably gonna win that match.
Yeah, but I mean, guys like Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's come a long way.
Yeah, yes, especially that last takeover match with Joe.
Yeah,
that was fantastic.
I'm a big Baron Corbin supporter.
Yeah, and there's a lot of fans that don't like him, and he's a development guy. You gotta expect that. He's really improved. Like
Just the
last couple years.
Bull Dempsey, like just a
Bull
lot of
Dempsey's
people.
been great.
A lot of people who months ago we weren't big fans of because they weren't that good compared to Finn, compared to Kevin Owens,
Sami
compared to
Zayn.
Sami Zayn, compared to Neville,
Tommy.
who were people that were ready to go by that point anyway. But now, like, you kind of forget that they're developing, and now here
yeah.
they are a few months later, and they're the guys. I mean,
love
Tyler Breeze is
Ty
awesome.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah.
The
Ty
perfect-
Dillinger,
He's
that-
awesome.
The mechanics.
Fantastic
mechanics.
gimmick.
Gable and Jordan, I like them too.
It's so awkward in the best possible way.
Yes.
They're,
Their gimmick is just. I'm not.
I
I've never
dig it.
seen anything like
I
it
dig
before.
it.
NXT's running out of top indie guys to go, pick out. So we're going to start seeing more of the actual NXT products themselves
I don't know.
start to take center stage. I mean, who do they have left, really? They have...
Well, once TNA goes,
Obviously,
there might be a couple guys.
yeah, I was about to say, obviously, you have guys from the TNA roster, but I'm saying, like, I'm
AJ
saying indie.
Styles.
I'm talking about indie guys.
They're still
Ring of
ROH.
Honor, all that kind
Adam
of stuff.
Cole. I mean, there's
They have-
guys.
They have AJ Styles.
Adam Cole's out there. I like him. He's very
I would
talented.
love to see...
the Bucks,
yeah, the Young Bucks.
Briscoes,
I was about to say, I would love to see
mean,
the Briscoes.
one of those two.
If I could take anyone from the indies and put them in the WWE, I'd love to see the Briscoes.
Briscoes is such a original tag team.
Yep.
Like, something different.
I mean, there's still Japan too for them to reach
Oh, exactly.
out to.
Kushida.
ROH
guys.
is still
They
can
just
still
got,
be considered a talent pool for them too, even
Right.
though it's
They just
more.
got Kana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tommy.
Even though ROH is still kind of like a semi-competitor.
Yeah. It's a competitor.
You still see people jumping from ROH to NXT.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Speaking of ROH,
I would think of ROH today as like early ECW to WWE before it got big.
yeah.
That's the kind of relation I have.
well,
totally
speaking
agree.
of ROH, there is one guy I would like the WWE to pull out of there for NXT.
Who's that?
Moose.
Oh yeah.
Moose.
Moose. Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Moose.
But if I could pick one guy, it'd be AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I would mark
Moose.
the hell out for that. That would be pretty sweet.
Moose and cheeseburger.
Guy can work with anybody.
I take back my Briscoes pick. I'm going to probably go with Shayna Mac. Shayna Mac to come back.
This is the Shane O'Mac episode per Cap's request.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Every episode is for you, Shane, if you're listening.
He's probably working
right.
right now. But yeah,
All right,
So-
but we've rambled on enough. How about we wrap this up?
yeah, good episode.
Yeah.
Very negative. Turned around in the end, I think.
Well, yeah, because we talked about NXT. NXT is the
Because
best.
we stopped talking about Raw.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about NXT and Shane O'Mac. What else do you
I feel
need?
like I put myself through like a slight torture watching Raw like each week. So every now and then, they have the show that just comes out of nowhere and it's just amazing. And that's why we watch wrestling, just for those big moments, those big shows. You gotta
Exactly.
wait. You gotta wait.
I guess
through.
that's like a TV show, You like some episodes kind of suck, and then as soon as you might get the big happy ending at the end.
Right now, we are Andy Dufresne, and he is crawling through that river of crap and whatever Morgan Freeman says in
Well,
that
we're in the
movie.
fall season right now.
We're about
so-
to break out of prison, move to Mexico with this Taker and Lesnar. So we got
and
some
the,
other things on
and
the
the Austin
horizon.
podcast and the NXT Takeover next week as well. I mean, we got some stuff. What are you gonna say, Nick?
Cap, you just tied this to Shawshank Redemption. Like, I am impressed beyond, like, eternal respect.
Clap.
I've been working on that one.
As a good friend of ours, Steve Fine said, Cap, piss in excellence.
Absolutely.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Smark Show, episode number 8. You can listen to us on YouTube and SoundCloud. There was no episode 7 on SoundCloud last week because we had upload issues, even getting it up on YouTube.
Yeah, it took a
alone.
while.
So, episode 8 will be on SoundCloud. Just be patient if the uploading acts up again. Anyway, like this episode if you think we did a good job. Subscribe to get a new episode every week. Comment with your thoughts on the last week of wrestling and feedback for the show. if
And the dream matches, too.
we got to do that, we got to find the point when.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
we have it done, guys. We
I
actually
was
have
going
it
to get
all
around
listed.
to it,
no,
Steve.
no.
Let me read the thing. Let me read the thing.
Hey, everyone can talk on this podcast. It's fun, okay? Jesus.
But yeah,
I just wanted to mention that.
comment for us.
Let us know your thoughts.
We appreciate the views.
Feedback on the show, because we always want to try and make the show better. I mean, obviously we still have a ways to go, but I think we've come a long way in
Yeah,
8 weeks.
Yeah, we definitely have.
And plus, I mean, 200 views.
Almost
on average
300
for
this past week.
Yeah, we assumed.
I mean, the last few episodes, 200 views on average. I mean, that means a lot to us, and
Yeah.
we can't thank you guys enough for taking the time to listen.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
definitely
assumed
does.
we'd be 10, 20 views for a while, so this
Yeah.
has been really cool.
Yeah, it's been a really
Keep
steady
tuning in.
increase. So for
One
sure,
more
yeah.
thing. Twitter. Cap, where can they find you on Twitter?
You can't.
No fake Twitter handle this week?
Nope.
Okay.
You don't like Twitter?
I'm gonna be nice.
Do you like Twitter?
All right.
I'm being nice.
No.
Don't tempt the line.
Oh.
All right, fair enough. Steve, can they find you on Twitter?
You can find me on Twitter on Steve Herman 10.
And I am at It's Nick. That'll do it for us, guys. Till next week.
Peace out.
They see the. They see it. They see it. Say what? Money. I'm global dollar and roll with Bow 50. Like to go out smelling fresh and looking spiffy. Don't like clean money, I want my wrist to be filthy. Pops with that retirement fund, I can't touch till I'm 60. So what am I supposed to do? Rolling through. Steady patting them pockets, sell I'm stacking hole in two. Ching, ching, bling, bling, catching cash and lump.